Hi, this is Simone. Today, as promised, I want to show you how I started to set up my Hobonichi Cousin for July to December. And I just showed you that I used my glue gun to glue this pocket into this cover. The cover is from the MD notebook. And I do have a Hobonichi cover, but when I put this cousin in there, I it felt so bulky and I decided to use this until I feel more comfortable in it, or maybe this is going to be what it is. I'm not sure yet. So if you haven't noticed before, I have been talking about moving from my A6 Stalogy into a B6 Stalogy that I won in a giveaway. But then I have been inspired a lot by Mitz from My Life Mitz, and I will link her down in the description box below if you do not know her. If you like the Hobonichi Cousin, if you do like creative journaling, she is the person to follow. And I decided, why not try it now when I'm so inspired to actually use it, instead of waiting for a better time, for I don't know what I would be waiting for actually. And so when someone posted their second half of the Hobonichi Cousin on Facebook, I half-heartedly said I would be next in line, and I was like number 4, and so I never expected to get it. But then all of the others fell through, and so I decided this was destiny. If I'm number 4 and I still get this now, then I would just go for it and purchase it from her. And so that's what I did. And I'm actually really looking forward to using it. I enjoyed the A6 immensely, but right now I'm missing a weekly spread again, and I do need a bigger size planner for a weekly spread to work for me, because my handwriting is just big and it gets cluttered. And yeah, so I'm still not 100% sure on how I want to use the planner. I am thinking about mainly planning in the weekly section, and then using the daily pages for creative journaling, for additional lists that I need. Like I would maybe have my YouTube workflow in there, or when I do video notes, stuff like that on the daily pages, or when I have a really long to-do list, stuff like that would go on the daily pages. And the monthlies, I have to say, when there's enough room to use and fill in, I definitely am using the June one right now, because I don't have a weekly. And it works out really great. So we will see how this evolves. I am slowly changing from this rigid planner who knows exactly what she's using what for, and to someone who allows things to develop. And just in case you were wondering what I have been doing on the screen for the longest time now, I am working on a sticker folder. I brought up my huge pack of patterned paper that I still have from my scrapbooking days, and I decided to create a folder. Quite simple. Well, it's becoming more involved than I had actually planned, but it's still doable for you to copy. If you like this is super simple to make. I decided I wanted it smaller, a tiny bit smaller than A5, just so that it would fit into the Hobonichi the Hobonichi Cousin. And so I started with a 12 by 12 paper. I folded it in the middle because I actually didn't know if it was large enough to be used for A5 size, but as you can see, there's like 1 centimeter on each side is overlapping. And so I'm folding those in just to make the edges a bit sturdier, and so that I can use all the way of the pocket. I'm cutting off this so it's not too thick over there on the edges. So I'm just creating a sturdier edge by folding the edge in. You could totally cut it off, but I really like that it has a little bit more grip. So I folded it in half. I measured roughly by eyeballing the height of the folder. I folded in all of that. I measured from the middle 2 millimeters on each side. And then I cut out the strip so that it's easier to fold up. And then I decided I didn't really like how the straight edge, and so I angled it, and I eyeballed it. I used a ruler again, and I cut from that edge 4 centimeters. I marked 4 centimeters and on the top, and then connected the dots, and this is how I got that V shape in the middle. And now I am using clear tape. And the reason why I'm using clear tape on the outside there is that the pocket has maximum width. I'm just adding it on the inside, and then I'm folding it over. However, that's probably just me. I never get these things to fold over without creating air pockets. It's kind of frustrating for me, but again, I decide it will work. And by not gluing the folder on the inside, I can shove the sticker paper all the way to the edge, and then I'm doing the same thing on the inner side. And so I have 2 pockets that I can use. This is a Coco Daisy sticker kit. I still have, I think, 2 coupons for $10 off a $20 purchase, and so I used one here for the month of July. And then I received this sticker pocket. I think it's a Target Dollar Spot pocket from my friend Jennifer from Happy Place Planning, and she sent that to me several years ago, maybe 1 or 2, probably more likely 2 years ago. I never used it, and instead of going out and buying some myself, I decided I would just try to use it. I want a pocket for smaller stickers or stuff, and you will see what I use it for. And then I decided, instead of using my hole punch and maybe a circle punch, maybe punching out circles to make it the inside more easily accessible, I just cut out a triangle. And now I'm deciding on where this goes, and so I just decide to put it right on the front. And then since I cut it down because I didn't need a deep pocket, I have another kind of pocket left over. But the problem with the leftover pocket is that since I cut it apart, it has open on both sides. And so I was thinking of using my sewing machine and actually sewing it shut, but then I had the idea that if I just added clear tape on the bottom, that, and then rub it on really well, that would totally seal the pocket as well. And so I didn't even need to use my sewing machine to close it shut. And so again, the clear tape is too wide to fit underneath, so I just fold it over. And definitely clear tape helps to keep this alive for a longer time. So as time goes on, I will maybe use more clear tape to strengthen the fold and maybe the pockets so that I can use it, maximize its life cycle. Yeah, and then I'm showing you that I have all of those stickers here that need rehoming. I added the seal of approval from some little things, and this again, I didn't peel off the backing, and I just used my glue gun to add it onto the planner, and so I now have time or the opportunity to put it someplace else. And now I'm just no rhyme or reason for now. Maybe I will have a system, but I'm just adding those stickers in to the pockets because those I have been using in my planner for a while, and I had rummaged had them in various pockets, and it just didn't work out. So I pulled them all out and decided to put them here. And as time goes on, I will see if I actually use them and maybe replace them with something that I use more often. We will see, because I actually do really not have any idea on how much I will decorate this planner, how this will look. I started by just transferring all the info for June into here because I used a B6 Traveler's Notebook insert for June. As I said, I was planning on using a B6 Stalogy next, and so the monthly insert was an accompanying item for that. But it was so cluttered, and so I thought, well, there is a June monthly in this Hobonichi Cousin. Why don't I just put all the info that I have in the B6 in here and see if it actually is better? And it works. I have my meal plan in there, I have my work hours and appointments, and I can find things. I also tabbed with just sticky note tabs, except for the July tab that is from the style planner. I tabbed the weekly and the monthly, not because I don't want to use tabs and leave them there, but because I don't really know what I will be using. And then I went through all of the vellum that I have that I pulled out of my scrap drawer to see which size would fit in here. And then I was really close to actually putting in this one, but I decided against it because, as I said, I don't really know how I am going to use this planner, what I am going to put where. Hopefully, this will come with time. And then I will be able to put things when I know where I want to put them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to be able to take you along with me on this new planner journey. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Until then, bye.